Okay, great. Now that we have installed Java, let's move on to the next step, which is installing Jenkins. Let's open up Google again. And search for Jenkins. The first link here, jenkins.io, that is the official website for Jenkins. Let's open that up. You can see the download button here. Let's click on that and it should open up the Jenkins download page. Let's scroll down here a little bit. As you can see, there are two releases available. One is the long-term support LTS version and the other is the weekly version, which is updated more frequently. Now, my recommendation is to use the LTS version because it's the more stable of the two. If we scroll down here a little more, we can see Jenkins is available for download for a variety of platforms: Docker, Mac, OpenBSD, Red Hat, Fedora, Ubuntu, and Windows. Since I'm currently on a Windows machine, I'm going to click on this Windows link here to download the Windows installer package. If you are on a different operating system, you will have to click on the appropriate link. Let me select a download location here to save the zip file and click on save. This will start the download. Now this download is going to take some time, so let me pause this video here and we'll resume once the download is complete. Okay, the download is now complete. Let's quickly go to the location where we save the zip file and quickly extract it. Let's open up the folder, and here you can see the jenkins.msi package, which is the Windows installer package for Jenkins. Let's double click on it to start the Jenkins installation process. Here is the Jenkins setup wizard. Let's click on next. Now let's choose the location where we want to install Jenkins. I'm going to change this to point to my F drive instead of C, as I'm running out of space in the C drive. You can choose to leave the defaults here. Let's click on next and install. This should start the installation. Finally, the installation is complete. Let's click on the finish button. This should open up a browser and take us to localhost 8080. If nothing loads, don't panic. Just give it a few minutes and it should bring up the Jenkins setup page. After some time, you should see this page here which says please wait while Jenkins is getting ready to work. Then you should get this unlock Jenkins page. Here we will need to provide an initial admin password, and we can find this under this file location given here. This is the directory in which we had installed Jenkins. Let's copy this file location. Let's open up File Explorer here for just a minute. Let's copy this file location and paste it in the File Explorer and hit enter. Let's say we want to open it with Notepad. There you go. That is the initial admin password that we were looking for. Let's select the password and copy it. and paste it here. Click on continue. Good. That now takes us to this page where we can choose to install the plugins for Jenkins. We have two options here. We can either install the suggested plugins or you can custom pick the plugins that you want to install. Let's go ahead and click the second option for now. Here we can see the list of available plugins for Jenkins based on the categories listed here on the left. Let's scroll down here. You have the pipeline plugin, the Git branch source plugin, you have the pipeline stage view plugin, you have the Git plugin, the Subversion plugin, the SSH slaves plugin, the LDAP plugin, and the email plugin. So there are quite a few plugins available here. On top we see the selections, all, none, and suggested. All will basically select everything, none will remove all the selections, and suggested will have the recommended plugins. For now we will go with the default suggestions and click on the install button. This will start the plugins installation process. As you can see, all the plugins that we selected are getting installed one by one. This process is going to take some time, so we can come back once everything is installed. Okay, so the plugin installation process is about to complete. The last email extension plugin is being installed now. There you go, that completed the plugin installation process. Now to the final step, which is creating the first admin user. Let's quickly fill in the details here. Username will be admin. Password, let me type in a password here. Let me retype the same password. Full name, let's go with Renju Ratish, and then the email address. And let's click on save and continue. This will bring us to the instance configuration page. Now by default, Jenkins runs on the port 8080. However, if you're using 8080 for some other development process, you can choose to change it here. Now this is a Jenkins URL which you should be using to access Jenkins going forward. I'm going to just go with the defaults here and click on save and finish. That's it. The setup is now complete. Click on the start using Jenkins button, and this should take us to the Jenkins dashboard screen. And this is how it looks. So if you're able to see the screen, then congratulations. It means that you've been able to complete the installation of Jenkins successfully. Now that we've installed Jenkins, let's quickly recap on the steps that we went through. First, we installed Java as this was a prerequisite for installing Jenkins, and we set up the Java_home and path environment variables. Then, we downloaded the Jenkins installable from the official Jenkins website and went through the installation steps. After that, we went through the Jenkins setup process. We entered the first time usage password for authenticating the Jenkins install. Then, we selected the Jenkins plugins that we wanted to use and installed them. Finally, we created the first admin user and set up the Jenkins instance URL which we will use to access Jenkins. This brings us to the end of this video where we installed and set up Jenkins using the installer package. In the next video, we will look at some more advanced methods of installing Jenkins. Until then, thank you for watching, take care and happy learning.